Ukraine. He was a graduate of the Moscow Aviation Institute and was selected as a cosmonaut in 1966. Prior to his flight on Soyuz 11, Dobrovolski had also flown on the Soyuz 7 and Soyuz on November 23, 1935, in Moscow, Russia. He was also a graduate of the Moscow Aviation Institute and was selected as a cosmonaut in 1966. Prior to his flight on Soyuz 11, Volkov had flown on the Soyuz 7 mission. Viktor Patsayev was born on June 19, 1933, in Akhtubinsk, Kazakhstan. He was a graduate of the Moscow Institute of Physics and Technology and was selected as a cosmonaut in 1967. Prior to his flight on Soyuz 11, Patsayev had not flown in space. The Soyuz 11 mission was the first time that a crew had occupied a space station for an extended period of time. The Salyut space station was launched on April 19, 1971, and the Soyuz 11 crew arrived on June 7, 1971. During their stay on the station, the crew performed various scientific experiments and conducted observations of Earth. After the tragic deaths of the Soyuz 11 crew, the Soviet Union temporarily suspended manned spaceflight missions while improvements were made to spacecraft design and safety procedures. The incident also led to changes in emergency protocols and crew training. Despite the tragic end to their mission, the Soyuz 11 crew is remembered as pioneers in space exploration, and their contributions to the development of manned spaceflight continue to be recognized. In addition to the posthumous Hero of the Soviet Union awards and the monument erected in their memory, the Soyuz 11 crew were also honored in other ways. The Soviet Union named a crater on the Moon after the crew, and the asteroid 1791 Patsayev was named after Viktor Patsayev. The Soyuz 11 tragedy highlighted the dangers of spaceflight and the need for continued efforts to improve spacecraft design and safety protocols. The incident also underscored the need for international cooperation in space exploration, as the Soviet Union's temporary suspension of manned spaceflight missions left the United States as the only nation capable of crewed spaceflight for a brief period. The Soyuz spacecraft remains a crucial component of the Russian space program, and the Soyuz MS series continues to transport crews to the International Space Station. Despite advances in spaceflight technology and new spacecraft designs, the Soyuz spacecraft's reliability and safety record have made it a trusted workhorse for space exploration. The legacy of the Soyuz 11 crew continues to inspire future generations of space explorers, reminding us of the bravery, sacrifice, and dedication required to advance our understanding of the universe. The Soyuz 11 tragedy and safety protocols. The courage and dedication of the Soyuz 11 crew will always be remembered as a testament to humanity's enduring spirit of exploration and discovery. In addition to the scientific contributions made by the Soyuz 11 crew during their time on the Salyut space station, their tragic deaths also led to important advancements in emergency response procedures and crew safety training. The Soviet Union and other countries involved safety protocols and worked to implement new technologies and procedures to mitigate risks to crew members. For example, the Soyuz spacecraft's descent module was redesigned with a new hatch design that allowed for quicker egress in emergency situations. The hatch was also fitted with a new valve that allowed the crew to manually equalize the pressure in the cabin, preventing the type of premature valve opening that caused the Soyuz 11 tragedy. Crew safety training also became a top priority in the wake of the Soyuz 11 incident. Crew members received enhanced training in emergency procedures, and simulations of various emergency scenarios were conducted to help prepare crew members for unexpected situations. The Soyuz 11 tragedy also underscored the importance of international collaboration in space exploration. Following the incident, the Soviet Union and the United States initiated discussions on ways to collaborate on space missions, including joint crewed missions to the Apollo-Soyuz test project in 1975. This collaboration paved the way for continued cooperation between the two nations, including joint work on the International Space Station. Overall, the Soyuz 11 tragedy was a difficult and tragic moment in the history of space exploration. However, the lessons learned from the incident helped to improve spacecraft design, safety procedures, and crew training, ultimately paving the way for future successes. It also had a significant impact on the families of the crew members and the broader Soviet society. The crew members were widely mourned throughout the country, and their Soyuz 11 mission, its legacy lives on in the continued exploration and scientific discovery made possible by the bravery and sacrifice of its crew members. Their contributions to human spaceflight and their commitment to the pursuit of knowledge and understanding of the universe continue to inspire generations of scientists and explorers around the world. The Soyuz 11 tragedy also led to changes in the way space missions were conducted and monitored. Prior to the incident, there was a lack of communication between mission control and the crew during the critical re-entry phase of the mission. Following the tragedy, new communication protocols were established to ensure that mission control could maintain contact with the crew throughout the descent and landing phases of the mission. Additionally, the incident led to improvements in the technology used to monitor spacecraft systems during missions. New sensors and monitoring systems were developed to provide more accurate information on spacecraft systems and alert crews to potential problems before they became critical. The Soyuz 11 tragedy also highlighted the need for international cooperation and collaboration in space exploration. The incident demonstrated that space exploration is a complex, and that the best way to mitigate these risks is through the sharing of knowledge, resources, and expertise. In the years following the Soyuz 11 tragedy, numerous international collaborations were established in the field of space exploration, including joint missions between the United States and Soviet Union, and later Russia, as well as collaborative efforts between space agencies from around the world. Overall, the legacy of the Soyuz 11 tragedy is a complex one, marked by tragedy and loss, but also by a commitment to the pursuit of knowledge and understanding of the universe, and a determination to improve the safety and reliability of human spaceflight. The lessons learned from the tragedy continue to inform the way we explore space today, and the sacrifices made by the Soyuz 11 crew will always be remembered as an important chapter in the history of human spaceflight.